So you are very welcome. It's Aishling Mooney, spiritual business mentor and coach, and recording this on Zoom and on live stream as well. So I have two devices here. So if I look up and down, you'll understand why my eyes are going everywhere. I'm looking at myself on one camera and I'm looking at all of you on this camera. But if you're watching this live, I won't be able to answer your comments directly. I'll be able to answer them afterwards. So find the link. It will be somewhere on the Facebook page or in the Facebook group, and just join the call in the Zoom, in the conference room, because that way at least you'll be able to type in your questions and I'll be able to answer them throughout the hour and a half that we're here. So absolutely lovely to see you here. Lovely to see some faces I know very well and some new faces as well. So brilliant. So, and if you're watching the live stream, thanks for watching. I know that you're going to get some amazing breakthroughs and value from this call. And, you know, if you've been part of the Abundance Masterclass this week, I hope you've been enjoying the material. This is a big, it's very new for me. I've done similar training before, but I have completely over-delivered, like hugely over-delivered. And what happened at the end of the week is people were like, they couldn't get through the amount of giving that I was doing. So I tried to bring everything, pare it right back to 3 simple things that people could get through over the week. And it's really worked, but it has taken, there was a lot of resistance there for me. I'm not giving enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. But actually, I can see that the breakthroughs that people are getting with these 3 simple pieces are huge. So if you haven't started that training yet, find the link. I'm not that technology minded, I can't post it in, but it's there somewhere. Find the link, sign up, and you'll be taken to a thank you page and you get the 3 trainings, bang, 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 straight away. And there's also an invitation there if you want to go deeper after this. If you just take what you're learning in this masterclass, in these 3 pieces, the transformation, the elevate your spiritual business and value your spiritual business. If you just take these 3 simple tweaks will have a huge effect on your business. But if you decide, okay, I want to go deeper, the Wealthy Lightworkers Programme has just opened, and it's open for about 4 days. So I'm enrolling until Sunday night at midnight. So you're welcome to join us. There's about 13 people stepping into that program already. We're starting together on Monday, and some of them have been waiting a long time. They signed up way back, and I really appreciate their love and their patience and their trust in just getting to this point with me. On Monday we'll start, and it's going to be an amazing program. It's going to be a bit of a dream for me. Everything that I have wanted to teach in one place for a very long time is in that now. I want it to be the business school for light workers, a place where you can come, where you're understood at your level, the energetic level, as well as all of the practical tools that you need for business. So I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to settle my energy. You take a minute just to settle yours, literally 5 minutes, just to call in our angels and guides and really make this space really sacred, really protected, and to help you to get exactly what you need in this hour. Because what I have to cover, all of the questions that came in, it's not humanly possible for me to get through them. But I'm calling in the big guns, I'm calling in some angel support to help us to warp time, to use all of our collective energy to get whatever you need from this magical space that we're creating. So I'd love you just to take a breath with me for a moment, and let's just center our energy. If you have any questions at all, anytime throughout this live stream or throughout the Zoom, post them in the chat box. There's a chat box there, and I will, I'm just going to quickly check the chat box before we move in there. Oh, sound is unclear. Okay, my bandwidth, it says is top, and I've just reset the whole internet. So my advice is, if you're not, because I'm sure that this recording is going to be fine, but if you're not seeing it properly, maybe switch to the live stream and you'll be able to see there, but still type in your questions here and I'll answer your questions on the live stream. So we'll figure it out as we go. But just for a minute, take a breath and just bring yourself, and thank you for the hearts and the encouragement on the live stream. I really appreciate that. So just take a breath. So I'm going to type that in. So go to watch live stream if bandwidth is low. Because it's saying that my bandwidth is fine here, so I'm not sure what the problem is. Okay, my darlings, take a breath. Thank you for the hearts. Take a breath, put your feet on the floor, and just really bring yourself into this space. I'm seeing lots and lots of angels gathering around us now for this really, really beautiful space that we've gathered. Like when light workers gather together, it's just incredible. It's a space of love. It's a space of heart. It's a space of support and encouragement. And it's where I want to be. So I'm delighted to be here with you today. So just taking a breath, loving you all, really bringing yourselves into this space. Your feet firmly connected to the ground. See thick, strong roots going deep, deep down, wrapping around the heart center of the earth, helping you to feel connected, to feel safe, to feel secure. Absolutely wonderful. And now calling in, I can see Archangel Michael coming in like really, really quickly. Asking Michael to protect the space, to make sure that everything that happens here happens for the highest good of you all, and that you only receive what you need. Your guardian angels are in here very, very strong, helping you just to receive what it is that you specifically need on your life path right now, this moment, in your life and in your business and in your relationships and in your healing, whatever that is, whatever that looks like. But your angels are here. Your guardian angels are here looking after you, making sure that you receive exactly what you need. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love and the support. I really appreciate it. Archangel Michael is here, giving you confidence, giving you protection, giving you safety. And now Metatron stepping in, because we have a group here of spiritual teachers and leaders, whether you have fully accepted that role or whether you're on the path to that role. Metatron only really steps in for the next generation, or for those who are ready to really step up in a big way, or who have a big mission. So Metatron is here, loud and proud, helping you to be loud and proud. That raw energy, that no bullshit, clearing away. Okay, Jophiel stepping in. This weekend, just before the Wealthy Lightworkers, we're going to be decluttering like crazy people to make space for this new experience. So you might feel that in this Abundance Masterclass, because the energy is overlapping a little bit in these two groups right now. But you'll feel that you will literally feel like decluttering, emptying drawers, clearing out. And Jophiel is the angel for that, the feng shui angel, popping in to just let us know that she's here. So absolutely wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Asking these, actually, Raziel is hopping in. A lot of past life stuff has come up in the last week for people. A lot of your old beliefs and BS that is not actually even connected to this life. It's to do with lifetimes of torture, of abuse, of murder, of just for being a healer on this planet right now. So that is, Raziel is here clearing away that energy, lifting it out and clearing it away. So absolutely wonderful. What a tribe. Your loved ones are coming in. The unicorns are coming in. There's a lot of people in this group that have a big, big, big mission. Like not just your guardian angels there to protect you. Your archangels come in at different points in your life when you need that energy. That's for the good of the whole planet. The unicorns pop in when your purpose is big, big, big. You're meant to reach people, thousands of people, and internationally around the globe. So they come in, they have a wonderful, gentle, loving, and healing energy, but that's not to be underestimated. They're very, very powerful creatures, and they're here in this space with us. So I'm not going to even count any more of the beings that are here with us today and that you're bringing into this space. But just for right now, I'd like you just to take a breath and just ask yourself, what is the one thing what do you need? You know, what do you need help with right now in your spiritual business or in your life, any area of your life? What is it that you need? So just drop down into your own heart. And that might come to you as a word, a phrase, an image, you know, an idea or a feeling. You know, what is it that you really, really need right now? What do you need support with right now? And now asking yourself another question. What do you want? What do you want for yourself, for your business? You know, what is it that you want? A lot of us, we spend so much time in the what we don't want, what's not working. This is an opportunity for you just to take a minute and really ask yourself, what is it that you want? What do you want in your life, in your business, in your relationships, in your healing, in your spiritual path? What is it that you want? And the two words or the two pieces of information might be the same. And just really taking in that information. And now your angels want to give you a gift for someone else in this space, for someone else in the Abundance Masterclass, somebody that's watching this live, or in the Wealthy Lightworkers community. So a name or a face will come to mind, and just see that person now in your mind, or you might hear a name, and now your angels will give you a gift for that person. So something that will help and support that person right now in their journey. So that gift might come as a word, a phrase, an object, a color, a feeling, an image. And you can ask your angels for a bit of clarity around what does that mean? How will it help that person in their life right now, whatever they are experiencing? And just allowing yourself to receive that piece of information for that person. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And just very gently bring yourself back into this space, and we are going to get started to rock and roll with these coaching questions. So bring yourself back in, feet firmly on the ground, knowing that we're fully protected and safe. Hallelujah. Whew. And take a deep breath and stretch if you need to. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the hearts and all the support. I really appreciate it. It doesn't matter how many live streams I do, I still get a little bit nervous, which I now recognize as, you know, just showing up and doing the best. And I know that I'm not alone. I have your support and I have the angels here as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So I would love to hear what you got, the messages you got, what you need and what you want. And if you've got a gift for someone, you can share it in this thread, or you can share it in the Facebook group. So if you've got a gift for someone and a message for that person, please share it with them. I got what I need, and I got this at the retreat there a couple of weeks ago. It was I need more joy. I'm working a bit too hard for my liking at the moment, and so it's more joy. So I'm playing with that. I was tempted to say I'm working on that, but I'm playing with that at the moment, bringing in more joy. So my angels just gave me a reminder of that today. And what I want is a little bit of structure. So, and there's a piece in there about committing to the structure that I create. You know, I'm great, and probably you are too, of writing on my to-do list or making the time in the diary, but it's the commitment to that structure, commitment to getting out of the house and going to the yoga studio at least once a week, and then doing a couple of sessions throughout the week here in the house before I work. So there's a little bit of resistance, and I need to turn that around into commitment. So they were the two pieces, what I want and what I need. And what the message that I got was for Jenny Paris, and the message for Jenny is, it was you painting by the sea again, Jenny. So another painting, another image of you painting by the sea, barefoot, walking in the sand. So I know that that's relevant to you right now. So I'd love to see, you know, if you know them personally, the person that you got a message for, tag them, let them know. And if you get one during this live stream, post it in the thread and let us know. Okay, we're going to deep dive. Thank you for bearing with me. If you post questions, you can post them in this thread, and I will answer them afterwards. But right now I'm going to focus on these questions that I got here, which I believe are relevant for every single one of us. They are wonderful questions that I got this week. So first one is from Gillian. I'm a Reiki master and angelic healer. You're going to love the answer to this. I'm married, mother of 3. I've been advertising healings for about a year, and I'm struggling to attract clients. I go through phases when I have clients, then weeks where I have none. Also went through a period last year when people were booking, then cancelling, not showing up. I'm getting frustrated and annoyed and really doubting my abilities and the way I was advertising. I have a client at the moment, but that's it. I feel I stand in my own way. I'm not sure how to get out of, how to create new ways to promote myself. So this is a wonderful question, and there's so much juice in it. So much juice in this. So first thing is your mindset. So you've said, I'm struggling to attract clients, which might be true, or it might be true in a reality, but you need to be very mindful of the language that you use. And it's about, I'm attracting the perfect clients for me. I'm attracting clients. If people aren't cancelling appointments, you say, like cancelling appointments isn't a problem if they're paying you in full in advance, which is one of the pieces that I teach in all of my programs to all of my clients, the Abundant Heart in particular. When you start to get paid in advance, it doesn't matter if people cancel, and actually people don't cancel when they pay in advance. They have it booked in the diary, but when when there's no skin in the game, when there's no money down, people are more likely to cancel. I experienced this myself for years. I'm thinking back to a point, one day where I even actually volunteered to go and collect a client and bring them to the session with me. That all went away as soon as I started asking for money in advance, up front. And it also stopped when I started offering packages of, I decided a few years ago, okay, I am the minimum I work with people is 3 sessions. I won't work one off anymore. So, you know, it's about making decisions like that, and those decisions can be hard at the beginning, and it may bring a little bit of a drought for a beginning as you adjust this new reality, but it does pay off. And if you have support of a coach, of a community that helps you through this to actually implement this, which could be the Wealthy Lightworkers, it could be the Abundant Heart Programme, you know, any of those would be brilliant to help you right now, Gillian. So the second piece in that, you started by saying, I'm a Reiki master and angelic healer. In the Abundance Masterclass, the first piece is to help you to get clear on who it is you're here to serve and the transformation that you provide. So it's about stop selling the tools, sell the transformation that you provide. And that is an 80-20%. So what I mean by that is 80% of your marketing, of your copy, of your Facebook posts, of your emails, of everything that you speak about the transformation that you provide for your clients. 10% is about the tools. Your tools are Reiki Master and Angelic Healer, and I'm sure you have a load more tools out there. But that Reiki Master and Angelic Healer needs to be at the end of the page, needs to be at the end of you need to tell us in the first 10 seconds who your ideal client is. And I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that at the very end here, because there's another question that came up which beautifully helps me to lead into that. But if you decide, and the first part of this masterclass will help you with that, love. So go and do it again. Go and look at it again. Who are you sacredly contracted to serve? Is it women? Is it children? Is it men? Is it a certain age group? Is it a certain category of people in a particular profession? Is it people that have experienced a particular type of trauma or are in need of a particular type of healing? Get really, really specific on who you are sacredly contracted to serve. And when you get that person, it's like a light bulb goes off. It's like this light bulb goes off into the universe. It's like a lighthouse. You suddenly become this lighthouse, and it's like, and your clients can finally find you. Because what they can see at the moment, when they look out there, is a sea of angelic healers and Reiki masters. I am both of them. But I never advertise that. I never mention that in my advertising. It's in my bio, in my web pages, and you might find it if you go and search for it, or if you've been watching me long enough, you know about all of the training and whatever that I have. But I never mention it. Or I never use it to attract clients. I talk about the transformation I provide. The transformation that I provide is I help light workers get clear about who they're here to serve, stop struggling, get out of exhaustion, and get into consistent income and consistent clients, and create a business that is absolutely a shining light out there. And I do that through helping them through mindset, using all of the tools that I have. But I don't mention those tools. They're in there. You know, they're in there. I use them all the time. I talk about backfire remedies. I'm a backfire remedy practitioner. That's a passion of mine. But I don't, it's not in my bio. It's not anywhere. So that's the first thing. And I'm glad you got that, Gillian. I've seen you wrote there, I've got it. So I'm delighted. This can take a while. This can really take a while to sink in. It took me years to get it. You know, it took me years to get it. So, you know, be kind to yourself if you haven't got it yet, or if you think you've done this exercise and it hasn't worked, go back and do it again. Go back and do it again. So that's the second piece. So the mindset, be careful of your language, and commanding, realizing that you are already a master and that how you use your words is already commanding the universe to work for you. We talk about this in Master Metatron. We'll be talking about it in the Wealthy Lightworkers, how you can command. Your word is your want. One of my favorite books is Florence Scovel Shinn. I was just looking for it over there. And it's your word is your want. So it's about commanding what you do want. At the moment, by saying I'm struggling with clients, people are cancelling, that's a command that you're sending it to the universe, especially if you're adding the fuel of energy and emotion and sadness and pissed offedness. And you're adding all that. That's fuel. So it's like the universe is going, great, more of that. Here you go. 3 more clients cancel, yada, yada, yada. So you come back to my word is my wand. You get into that energy vortex, go and have a bop around your kitchen, hug your child, pet your dog, go out for a walk in nature, and then come back and, okay, the ideal clients are coming to me right now. They pay in advance, they pay in full. I don't know how that's going to work, universe, because I don't know how to do that yet. But I know that I'm going to get the right support. I'm going to figure out how to do it, but the right clients are going to start coming to me. So another little piece that I want to talk about is, how do you know when the clients are the right clients for you? And this is covered in another question, but I'm going to dip into it now because it's important. It's coming in. It's like, say this, Aishling. So the clients that you are here to serve, fill you with joy and energy. The clients that you are not here to serve drain your energy, leave you exhausted. Whatever you give them will never be enough, because it's not a fair and balanced energetic exchange. So I've had clients in the past where I have given, over-delivered for hardly any money. These clients they got some results, but they didn't get the best results. And I have realized that I was doing a bit of disservice to them. When somebody is not your client, they are somebody else's client. You need to let them go. There was a question here about how do we let our clients go that are not our clients. You need to understand that it's an imbalance. You're creating an imbalance of karma, and you need to let them go so that they can go and find the person that can help them. And it's also, you might know that person. Sometimes when I'm talking to a client, I'm like, actually, you need to be talking to this person, or this is what you need to work on. I can do it, but it's not my expertise. Go and talk to John or Owen or Mary or Jack. That's their expertise. Do a session with them, then come back to me. So it's like, it can pop in. Or if you're in a network, for example, Master Metatron, the Abundant Heart, Wealthy Lightworkers Programme, this network, this free group that we've created this week, you start to realize people in your community that have a specific skill set and that are working with a particular group of people and have a particular transformation that is slightly different to yours that might help your clients. So you start to see, you start to use the network. So it becomes this beautiful, healthy network of sharing the money, sharing the clients, sharing the love, making sure that the person that comes to you gets the full support that you have to offer, and that doesn't necessarily have to come from you. So those clients that are draining you, and you know the ones, when you see their name on the phone, you're like, oh. When you get a text message, you're like, oh God. When they leave and you are exhausted, you can't pick yourself, all you need to do is go to bed. It's not your client, love. It is time to let those go. And that time that you can save from that client, you can spend it creating content that's beautiful, that can reach your perfect client, getting your first package online, following some of the steps in a program, reaching out to your community, you know, getting your own counseling and healing and coaching in those hours that you're actually wasting with somebody that's completely draining your energy. So if this is resonating, please let me know. Give me a heart. I'm watching on the two. I'm realizing that the bandwidth on this Zoom isn't great, but it's still recording. So I'm fingers crossed that it's recording. But I am on the live stream here. So please hop on the live stream and make sure that you can, that you're hearing this in some shape or form. And thank God I have the two on, so at least we're catching it. So I am going to jump into, I hope that was useful. Gillian, please let me know. Have I covered everything there? Yes, covered everything. Okay, so Yanten is here, and he says, this is, Yanten didn't ask a question, he posted in the group, and it was such a good post that I thought I really need to speak about this. And it'll tie in very nicely. It's actually a theme that we're going to talk about. I've already spoken about, and we're going to talk about. But this was part of the post, and I just copied the piece that I was like, I need to talk about this. So he said, I would have to wait for clients to come for me and for word of mouth to spread about how good I was before I could charge higher. I wouldn't get the clients I wanted. I would have to take clients who wanted a medium, and believe me, 70% of those are looking to be entertained and will drain the life out of me. I'm just recovering from adrenal exhaustion, and I'm doing a care job because I couldn't get enough clients to pay my bills before. So one, I hear you, and my heart is going out to you. I hear you, Yanten, and this is not, it's not even your story. It's all of our stories as light workers. Over-delivering, undercharging, consistently fucking focus. This is not for you, I'm saying it for myself. Focusing on the tools that we provide, labeling ourselves as that, as a medium, as angelic healer, as a backflower remedy practitioner, and not focusing on our sacred contract, who we are here to serve. So I hear you. And that's what leads to exhaustion. They will drain the life out of you, these clients. They're not your clients. They're somebody else's. Somebody else sees that client and is like, hallelujah, there's my dream client has just walked in the door. You know, we need to let those people go so we can make room, we can make space for our true clients to come in. So one-to-one as a medium just ain't feasible unless you're well known, and even then you need another product. I don't want to scrape around getting well known, nor do I particularly want to work with young mothers. My ideal client was because she worked with her process and my experience of that process. So her desire for transformation inspired my work. Okay, so I think you've done at least 2 pieces of the masterclass, and maybe you've still to do the third pack, because I don't remember seeing it. But if you have, if you want to go back, Yanten, and just have a look at what you wrote, because I know you wrote quite in-depthly around that. And I want to congratulate you, first of all, for realizing that you don't want to work with young mothers. You don't want to work with this particular group. They might have been attracted to you, you know, and your work, but it's because you just weren't clear in your message. You just weren't clear in the transformation that you provide. So the wrong people were coming to you. So once you get clear on that, and I would also say that, and I did write this, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So as part of this post, you said, I'm not going to be a medium anymore because that's not what people are not going to pay for that. However, I remember that you helped somebody through a bereavement, like the death of their partner, and this person was left with young children to look after. So she was managing her own grief and the grief of her children and her family. It's huge work. It is huge work. And the piece in that work was your mediumship skills, was your profound and amazing and incredible talent, that clear channel that you are for spirit, that you could help that woman. She was able to communicate with her husband. She was able to process her grief on a deeper level. Like I can't even express the gratitude to have you out there doing that work. And it's about embracing all of you and all of your tools. You know, they're all worthy. Mediumship, I'm sure it's only one of a bag full of spiritual tools that you have that you use to work with your clients. However, getting clear on the group, which I think you have got clear on that. You mentioned that the group that you really want to work with is men. And this is a huge revolution happening for men on this planet. We can hear divine feminine, you know, I ran a divine feminine rising retreat there 2 weeks ago here in Italy. It's huge. The energy was beautiful, and women need these spaces. But on the back of that, or alongside of it, there's a huge awakening for all of the men on this planet right now. And a lot of men leaders, spiritual leaders, are being called to work specifically with men. And a lot of you have been up to now working with women. I have a couple of really amazing guys in my communities already working with me the last year. And they have been working. So one of them in particular was working mostly with women, but actually his true calling is working with this new wave of men who are exploring their spirituality, who need help and support, just waking up to a 5D, 5-dimensional living, you know, the new reality that's emerging now. It's cracking open, it's emerging now. So please post, Jonathan, or give me a heart or some encouragement, a thumbs up. Let me know that this has resonated or that has helped you in any way, and post a question. But Karen is saying that this is all resonating. I hope that whoever can't hear me on the live or on the Zoom has popped onto the live stream, and that you are getting this, hopefully. So hope that was clear. And all I would say to you is, the one thing that made the biggest difference for me in my life, that going from over-delivering, undercharging, being exhausted, like literally in front of the doctor, and him saying to me, it's burnout, the only thing. There's no tablet for this. It's just complete rest and a step back from what you're doing. So when I heard that, I learned everything about business, and then I moved into combining the practical business with the spiritual tools. But until I got coaching support, the support of a program, and the support of a fucking amazing community that understands this entrepreneurial journey, it was very difficult for me. It was very, that was one of the keys for me in transforming my business, reaching now thousands of clients around the world, making thousands of euro. You know, 5-6 years ago, that just was not possible. It literally was these simple little tweaks that I've taught you in this masterclass, and then really committing to and getting the support of a community and a coach. So the Wealthy Lightworkers is there for any of you. It's open now for a couple of days until Sunday. So you're welcome to hop on. If you have any questions as well, you can post them throughout this live stream, and I will get back to you afterwards. But any questions you have about the program, anything at all. So I hope that was useful. We're going to hop on to Carol. Carol, this is like, it's a theme. It's a theme. Carol. I love you, Carol. You know, you've been in my community a long time, and we've had the chats, and you've gone through a couple of this free training, the last one, a couple of times, and you're here now again, love. And I know that you have had a big, major life shift across the world. So So Carol says, I don't know what to do next. Almost down to my last dollar. What to do in situations like this? I love what I do, but I'm finding this all too testing with the social media promotion. Any sorts of effort I try seem to fall flat. I even tried a psychic phone line and market stalls, but still wasn't making any money. So I completely hear you, Carol, and I've been there. I ran markets, made no money, barely covered my cost, and didn't cover my cost because there was weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of preparation. Angel card readings, I sold products, craft products, angel products, I bought products, I made crafts, I've tried psychic phone line. I haven't tried that actually, but I've tried live streams and mediumship, and so I hear you, and I know that I know that there can seem like there's a lot of noise out there, and it's like everybody's doing Facebook ads and everybody's creating a Facebook community and everybody's busy on their Facebook page and they're posting and they're on Instagram and they're this and they're that, and it can seem a big confusing mess. And it is a big mess if there's no structure and strategy to your marketing plan. So for about 3 years, the only marketing I did were Facebook and YouTube. They were the only two social media platforms I used, and alongside email. Email is the number one. I know somebody has mentioned here they don't have you need to get an email list. It's the first thing in your foundations, in the modules, in the Wealthy Lightworkers Programme. It's the first thing you need to do is get yourself an email list. But, you know, it's easy to do if you just set aside the time to do that. But so Carol, I hear you. I absolutely hear you. Until you create a proper marketing strategy, you only need to pick one thing or at the most two things and get really good at that. And it can be as simple as one of my clients, Marie, who might be watching, was starting off at the very beginning. Her avatar has changed now, but at the time it was angel readings with Marie. And she just went Mondays with Marie. So every Monday evening she was live for an hour, just reading cards and talking to people. So that was a part of her strategy. Now, the piece about, you can give as much free content away as you want, but unless you have a clear marketing strategy and a clear, crystal clear call to action at the end, at the beginning, in the middle, it's useless. It's just free content that you're giving out there. You're just draining your energy. It's not a fair balance. It's not a fair karmic exchange. So let me explain that in terms of this. I have given you a free abundance masterclass for light workers for a spiritual business. I've given you 3 pieces of content, exercises, videos, and I've made myself available in this week to create a community space to come in and give you feedback. And I'm here now doing this live coaching call. But I am clear, and you will have seen me mention this from the very beginning, this free masterclass is part of the launch for the Wealthy Lightworkers Programme. I'm crystal clear on that. You're crystal clear on that. You know that it's open. You know that you can enroll. Not everybody will enroll. I'm not expecting everybody to enroll in that. I already have 13 people. Whoever else is meant to be there will be there. So it's not relevant to me. Now, the beauty of this is once I create those 3 pieces of content, they were a bit of work to create. They took a good few hours to get together, but now they're done. The sales pages are created. The email list is created. The Facebook posts are created. Everything is created. And this is what I talk about structure. And I don't have to do all that again. I'll have to show up and do the coaching again. I'll have to show up and do a live stream or a webinar again, but that's no problem. I love that. I love that. I have a weekly live stream slot every Friday, which this is. Now I'm hopping in. It's just a little bit different today, where I answer questions. I love it. That's one of my favorite parts of the business, coming on and helping people, seeing the ahas, the light bulbs, and people changing their businesses as we speak. Love it. But the other piece, I won't have to do that again. It's done. It's just rinse and repeat. I stick it on an email list. I will get my Facebook ads manager, Inga, who's on this call, who's supporting me right throughout this whole launch and in the free masterclass. I'll give that to Inga. She will put the Facebook ad on it. And that will just bring in clients the next time I want to enroll in that program. So but that's coming from a very clear marketing strategy, you know, and making sure that I have the support there to help me to put that into place. So I hope that's resonating. I hope that's making sense. I can see that Inga is here. Inga is amazing. Anyone needs help with their social media, find her in this group, in this thread, and see what she has available to help you. But Inga supports me in every single launch that I do. So I hope that this is making sense. The other piece that I want to say to you, Carol, is so you have a proper strategy in your marketing, so it's not exhausting. So you rest before a launch, or you decide, I don't want to launch, or you decide, next year, I'm not going to do any more private one-to-one coaching. I've decided to just take that off the menu. I'm not going to do it anymore. So I'm going to focus on a couple of other different programs. I'm going to give my heart and soul to the Wealthy Lightworkers Programme, really build that up, really make it the business school for lightworkers. And so you can decide your business, you can decide what way to run it, your rules. So Carol, you make up the rules here, love. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know. I can see you're on the call. Let me know that this is resonating or that's helping you. And I have a little specific piece of advice for you, but it's also relevant, and it's also, I've mentioned it before, so it's sort of the same theme. When I look at your posts on Facebook, because we're connected, so I see you and I've watched your journey and I've seen your photo shoot and I love your work. I hear the overriding message is psychic medium, psychic medium, psychic medium, psychic medium. I would really challenge you to go back to part 1 of this Abundance Masterclass. It's still up for a few more days. I know you've done similar work with me before, another free training, but this time I would suggest that you go back and that you really deep dive into this and commit to some group, which you know what they are, group of people that you're here to serve. If you need help with that, join the Abundant Heart or jump into the Wealthy Lightworkers. The Abundant Heart is a bonus with the Wealthy Lightworkers, so you get the 2 in there. But get some, if you need help deep diving into this, but I would say give yourself a chance first to do it. Go and do the exercise again. Post in the Facebook group before Sunday. Get some feedback. Really, really commit to who are you here to serve. And a lot of us don't make that commitment because we're afraid. We're afraid we'll lose the money. We're afraid clients will stop coming. And there will be a little transition period in there. But I mean, honestly, this simple tweak has helped me to grow my business 300% and continues to grow year after year now. It continues to increase. And it's that tweak of, instead of focusing on the tools, so psychic medium or psychic readings, forget about them. They're your tools. Come back to be brave, really be brave, and think about, who am I here to serve? And what is the transformation I provide? And that is what you sell. Secondly, you can use the second part, the elevate piece, part 2 of the masterclass, to get really clear about how to say that. Thirdly, go into the third part of the masterclass and raise your prices right now, love. Go and raise your prices right now. Use that script that I gave you, how to raise your prices and get more clients overnight. I have used this. My clients have used this. You can send it by email. You can do a Facebook post, but just use the material I've given you. It's free. Go, and it will literally take you an hour and a half to do the full course, like literally. But the results, it's a catalyst. The results that I've seen in the Facebook group from people that have used the training, off the charts. So please just go and come in and post in the Facebook group around that piece. I would love to hear what recent, like right now, ahas that you're getting around this piece of work. And I can see that you're doing some other work. And I understand that. I would also recommend for you a black flower remedy called clematis. Clematis is for that state of mind when we have a lot of ideas, it's a lot up in the air, and we can't seem to bring the ideas into reality or follow one path. And I suffer with clematis minds. Shiny object, I love, clematis. I took it for years and years and years, and I still take it now. I go back to it. But it just brings a bit of focus, it brings a bit of direction, it brings a lot of presence, it brings you fully present into your body and grounded into your feet, and it helps you. So if you take clematis within 7 days, you'll get really grounded in this love, and you'll start to get some insights and hits. Your angels are saying they'll be speaking to you in your dreams, they'll come in and they'll help you out with this. So I hope that was useful. Okay, I have a beautiful question from one of my beloved clients, Helen. Helen has been with me a while, and she says, if we haven't quite completed our transformation, how do we name our new program packages? Okay, so I love this question because it's loaded with beautiful insights, breakthroughs, and mindset shifts for everybody in this group. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So Helen, what I need you to hear is that you are loved, that you are perfect, that you are worthy exactly as you are, and you are ready to serve your clients right now. So all you need to get clear on is the client that you're here to serve, the person that you, and I'm going to be specific with you, Helen. It's women. It's women that are scared, that have experienced trauma, and it's not even in this life. It's going back even 4 generations of lifetime within their generational line, and it's also in their past lives. So there's huge trauma. They are secret healers, sometimes even secret to themselves, and they need, I'm going to cry, they need help being brave. They need your support. They need help being brave. They need help rediscovering themselves, but rediscovering their power as light workers. They need help to stand strong and powerfully in their communities, because these women, they are women, are spiritual leaders and teachers, but they are hiding in this shell of unworthiness, self-neglect, battered down. I hope this is resonating, Helen, and I am aware that we have done a lot of work on this, and that we are continuing to support you in your business. So, but I know that it's helping a lot of people on this call right now, that when you get clear on that person, like when I was that person, so I see you clearly, I see myself in you, and I see who you can help. And I actually recommended someone this week that I absolutely know that you can help, because I don't do that work anymore. I did 10 years of personal development, and specifically helping women to become confident and step into the fear and through the fear. And that's part of your mission now, darling. And to do that, you need to show up honestly, show up in tears, imperfect, incomplete, not having a clue what you're doing. Just show up. You are a master healer. Between your Bowen, your Reiki, your physiotherapy, your angelic healing, all of your tools, you have 30 years combined experience of huge transformational tools. So all you have to do is sit and have a cup of tea with someone. That's your ideal client, and they will get transformation. All you have to do is go for a walk in the park with your ideal client, and they will get transformation. It's in your energy, it's in your aura, it's collected. The tools, the guides, the breakthroughs that you've had will bring change about for all of the clients that you serve. So it's about really being brave and feeling enough even when you don't feel enough. So I started teaching. I was teaching light workers the Transform with Angels course for 4 years. I was talking to people about angels. And then I realized that it was beginning to drain me. So that's a huge sign. Okay, this is not my avatar anymore. And that's it. Your avatar can change over time. As you change, your avatar changes. And I thought, this is not my avatar anymore. So I need to change. I need to tweak. So my journey was going from struggling, trying to make money, burnout, no clients, charging over delivering. Yeah. You know the story. To creating a successful business online that serves me, that brings in consistent clients and brings in consistent income. And about 2 years ago, I decided to start teaching this. And I was scared. I was still trying to figure out all the mystic pieces. I did not have it all together. When I launched the Abundant Heart program 2 years ago, I think you came in, Helen, on the second round of that. But the first round of that was terrifying. I was talking to Inga going, I have not got a fucking clue. I'm not worthy. I can't do this. I don't know what I'm even talking about. How dare, like, I'm still figuring this out. I've had a 10K launch, but I don't know how to, if I can really teach somebody about business. I don't know. And then she asked me a technical question about our business. And I immediately went into bang, 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 bang. This is what you need to do. You need to change. And it was like, and she just said to me, you're awesome. You know exactly what you need to do. You just need to show up, be awkward, be shit if you have to be shit, but just show up and be your fucking self, Aishling. And people will get that. And I did that, free training. It was amazing. And it was life-changing for about 250 people that jumped into that free training, and about 12 people jumped into the Abundant Heart course, and they co-created that program with me. And I did not feel adequate. I'm creating a brand new program now, the Wealthy Lightworkers Programme. It's a dream. I don't feel adequate. There's so much that has fucking gone wrong in the background and behind the scenes, that could have stopped me and could have told me, no, Aishling, stop, go and take the easy, go and launch the Abundant Heart again, go and dust off the Transform with Angel course and do that. That's easier. So it's not going to be easy, but it's and you're never going to feel worthy. But if you just commit to showing up, warts and all, imperfectly, perfectly beautiful you will serve. The people that don't like that will leave. They won't show up. They won't turn up. They won't come into your life. You will repel them. And the people that love that authenticity they're clients that will never leave you. They will stay with you for years. I have clients that are with me for years. And the main ingredients is the honesty. I come into my groups and share the BS of business. I'm here now. I look well. I've had a shower. I have lovely lights. I'm doing this live stream. But you've seen me show up in the groups with a cold and with bad hair days and, you know, showing up in real life with shit happening in my life, in my relationships, in my health, in my business, but still showing up. And just arriving and committing to just being me, whoever I am in this moment. And it's very far from perfect. I hope that's resonating. I'm going to try and get off my soapbox now. All I want is, I wrote this down, Helen. So your love is enough. Your intention to serve is enough. You will never be finished learning this shit. It doesn't end. You're enough. I'm enough. We're all enough. Imperfectly perfect. Just commit to showing up. Drop those fucking tools, everybody. You're hiding behind them. Drop those tools. Psychic healer, angel healer, backflow remedy, NLP, coach, fucking just drop them all. Drop them all. Get clear on your transformation. Get really, really brave. Say it loud and proud who you are here to serve and what the transformation is that you provide. And I promise that if you do that and if you get yourself support through that process, because it is a bit of a process, and that can be another light worker that's not a whinger, but that's willing to change and really upgrade their thinking and their way of doing business, then you will get results. So I hope that's resonating. Thank you for the hearts and the support. And Helen said she got snot and tears. I didn't go into ugly cry, thank God. Okay, so I'm going to jump on. My time is running out, so if I don't get to these questions, I have to go and collect Emily in about 20 minutes, so I'm going to have to jump off this, but I'm going to keep going as long as I possibly can. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I know that you're getting any questions you have as well, post them, and I will answer them after the live stream. I'm really, really enjoying this. So Faye, this is a practical question. So there's a lot of mindset stuff that we've worked through. We go in really deep in any program, the Wealthy Lightworkers Programme. There's a whole 3 months we spend on mindset. Actually, you never stop working on mindset. You just never do. Okay, so Faye says, where is the best place to take our brilliant new packages visible? Facebook pages, website, Pinterest, healing centers. I don't have a mailing list, which I intend to remedy fast. Relying on getting out there, currently Facebook website, regular blogs, but these tend to be on the tarot side of things, tools, and Instagram, which I dislike. Okay, I love Instagram. I've fallen in love with Instagram. So this year I've embraced Instagram. And now I have 3 platforms that I use mostly, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. But it was 2 for a very long time. So she's taken her website down. I'll be back up by the weekend. I think she's doing a little bit of rebranding there. So, so much juice in this. So this is, like, I could answer this a different way, but the big theme that's coming through for you, Faye, and for anyone else that's in this position, is consistency. If you were to show up once a week, every week, for a year, you would get clients. If you add this piece to your consistent marketing, whether that's a blog, whether it's a Facebook post or a Facebook Live or a YouTube video or Instagram posts, whatever it is that you decide to use and use consistently. And the key is to be clear. So CTA, I didn't understand it. What's CTA? Call to action. So I hinted on it there at the very beginning when I was talking to, I don't know who I was talking to earlier on, but I was saying you can give all your free stuff away, but unless you are clear about the outcome that you want. So I am clear that I'm enrolling people in the Wealthy Lightworkers Programme, the right people that are ready, that really need this, that are beautiful clients, that I'm just going to be a joy to watch them soar and get results in their businesses. Clients have got results in 6 months working with me. I have 2 clients, 2 testimonials I'm going to share with you in the next couple of days, got results in less than a year. So 1 year with me, it's just a pleasure for me to see people shining. But I've lost my train of thought. I'm talking too much. I'm talking too much. I'm going to try and somebody can remind me what I was saying. Okay. So I would say to you, pick something, get consistent, and have a clear call to action. So make sure that on the end, like I see this, and I did this in the beginning. I wrote blogs for years, but there was no call to action on the end of it. There was no book a session with me. Here's the link. There was no, here's the free call. Here's the free training that you can get. Thank you, Janssen. CTA. We're never going to forget that now today. Everybody is going to know what a CTA is. So, whatever you do, remember your CTA. Remember to have a clear call to action. That doesn't even make sense. CTA. I'm gonna. Anyway. So, this is really important to have a clear call to action at the end of whatever it is that you post. Otherwise, you are just giving away free content. It is beautiful to give away free content. I give away free content all of the time. People get huge results from the free content that they consume. And some people choose to jump into the paid programs. And some people hang around for a year and then decide to jump into a paid program. And some people are around for a few years and then decide to jump into a paid program. It doesn't matter. What matters is that whatever free content I give, there's a clear CTA, a clear call to action at the end, and everybody knows what the next step is. They know that I'm a spiritual business mentor and coach. They know I have programs. They know I'm available to work with them on a deeper level. They know they have to pay for that. And they can take the free content and they can use that for as long as they want. And then when they're ready, I'm here and they jump into that. So that's what I am hearing is the key here with you, Faye, is that it needs to be consistent. And you might have been consistent, but you haven't had a clear CTA, a clear call to action on that. So I would ask you to have a look at that and please post in the Facebook group and confirm or disagree or whatever, or help me to understand that a bit more. And the other thing that I want to say is that you can batch your content. You know, I booked myself into a hotel a couple of years ago, and I stayed overnight, got fed and watered, beautiful hotel, brought my lights, camera, videos, computer, and I recorded 26 videos in one go. And then delivered that content over a few weeks in my blog. So you can totally batch your content. You can create a huge amount of content in a short space of time and then deliver that to your community. So, I mean, that's for, you know, sometimes we're going on holidays. Sometimes my kids are off school, Christmas holidays. So I need to batch content so that when I can't physically be there, there's content still appearing. So I hope that's useful. Is there anything else I want to say to Faye? And mailing list. Get your mailing list. There's no compromise on that. It's a priority. It needs to happen. It would probably take you a few hours. Go Google it, get some support, find somebody that can do it, swap them a session, you know, get it done. No excuses. Get it done in the next 7 days. Get it started in the next 7 days. Commit by the end of this month, at the very least, Faye and everybody in this group, to getting an email list set up. You can do it for free with MailChimp. I use Aweber at the moment. I did start with MailChimp. So, and this is something that eventually you will have to pay for. I pay a monthly subscription of about 30, 40, 50 quid or dollars at the moment. And the more your list grows, the more you'll have to pay for that. But it's a vital part of your business to have an email list that you are consistently sending content to and that you're consistently sending a CTA to, so they know what you have available, and when they're ready, they can jump in. This is all covered in the Abundant Heart program, how to set up your email list, and also is covered in there how to build your community. So there's another piece. Don't set up a Facebook group just because everybody else is doing it. Only set up a Facebook group if it's part of a clear strategic marketing plan where you have decided, okay, I know who my client is, I know what my transformation is, I know what I want to offer, I have the package. The Abundant Heart helps you to actually break up, like create this whole beautiful package that's perfect for your client and that's a joy for you to deliver. And then part of that strategy is to create your first Facebook group and go in there and build a community with free content and a clear call to action, and letting them know that you are releasing a program. So there's a clear piece in there, but a Facebook community might be a good strategy for you, Faye. But please do it only if you're willing to ask clearly for the money for your services. There's a whole piece. If you haven't seen the Divine Pricing webinar that I posted a Go and watch that. There's so many golden nuggets, and it's all around pricing and the BS that comes up around that. I have 5 minutes and then I'm going to have to run. So, okay, so there's a couple more questions. I'm going to see if I can get these done in short. Are you still with me? Is everybody still with me? Is there a sequence for the mailing list? Yes, of course, my darling. There is a sequence, but that's in Aweber. There's like, sorry, in MailChimp, in your, whatever your email provider is, like I have about 50 lists. So each list has their own email sequence. So, you know, I have one for a free gift. I have one for this training. I have lots of free trainings. I have lots of paid trainings. They're all email lists. So there's a different sequence for every list that you have. But you might just start with one. I started with one, and that's all you need to start with. Just get started. So San, or Sane, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, says, this is a question about braving up, I guess, and stepping into our self-empowerment. I want to ask if you can talk to us about ideal clients and how to move into our full light and attract those ideal clients. Letting go of the ones that aren't meant for us. We've covered that. And what the energy is around attracting ideal clients, how it is and why it is, and being clear in our purpose and standing in our light. I've come to translate it as energy contract, whereby we can best serve those clients that operate on the same energetic level we do. But I know there's much more about it. So I've spoken about the clients that are yours are joyful, a pleasure. They do everything you say. They get fantastic results. You're bouncing around when they leave. They're bouncing around when they leave. The clients that are not yours are the ones that leave you exhausted and drained, and they're cranky, and they don't think you are enough. And you know, no matter if you put your heart on the table, it would not be enough. So those clients are not your clients. They are somebody else's. Send them off with love and peace to somebody that's going to love that client and give them exactly what they need. And that client is going to love that healer and get exactly what they need. So send them off with love. And go back and watch the beginning of the live stream where I talk more in depth about that, Sane. But my belief is that we sit down with our angels before we come onto this planet and we say, right, this is what I want to do. Put it in the contract. And your angels say, are you sure? Because this is hard. We say, yeah, because no light worker I know has a journey without struggle. I mean, give me a thumbs up if you agree. But we have walked the path of burning coals to get to a place in our lives where we can serve and help the world. We have to go through a certain amount of initiations and dark night of the soul. It's part of the path. That's what I believe. And I feel that we sit down with our angels and we say, this is what we want. And our angels say, are you sure? And you say, yeah, this is what I want to cover. This is what I want to clear. This is what I want to help the planet with the next time I go. And your angels say, okay. And they draw up a list of people. They say, these are the people that are going to help you. And these are the people that you're going to help. And this is the energy exchange. And this is your communities. And this is your coaches. And this, you know, this is all the stuff that's going to happen to get you there. If you want to learn about forgiveness, you're going to have to learn so many hard lessons in unforgiveness and treachery and victim, and so much tied up with the energy of forgiveness. Forgiveness coaches and healers, people that are working with the energy of forgiveness and transformation, have gone through so much. That has been part of their path, like real deep initiations and learnings. So when you so your angels, you decide, you set up, and in that contract is, you're going to meet this person on this day, and this is what you're going to do. You come down to earth and you start to live out your sacred contract. And there's a piece in there that when you are on contract, you know, when we've gone through all the trials and the initiations, and we're in a space now where we're getting clear, and it can be up till about your 30, 35. You know, definitely for me, it was around 29 when I started my path into holistic health, and I came from depression, anxiety, alcoholism, you know, sleeping with everybody, promiscuity, all of that, you know, like that, it could have turned out quite tragic, but it was right around that moment when I just said, okay, there has to be something else, because this is shit, this is not working, it has to change. And that was from that point where I began my spiritual path, as I would call it. I began learning about angels, and that led me on the path. So, and it was around 30. Even though I had many psychic experiences before that, I hadn't fully embraced the spiritual path until I was about 29, 30. So most of us have to go through the first 30, 35 years of crap to learn everything we need to learn to really be those spiritual teachers and healers that we're here to be. Is that making sense? I hope it's making sense. And maybe you might agree with me or disagree. I don't mind, but that's my feeling on it. And there is an energy contract. And then once you reach a point where you're clear on who you're here to serve, the transformation that you provide, you're crystal clear on your sacred contract, you remember it, your angels will be there to help you. I'll be there to help you. And your community will be there to help you. That once you're clear on that, you start serving clients. People will find you. People say to me, Aishling, you just popped up. I don't know how I found you. A friend recommended, or did you? Clients just find me. I've only started using Facebook ads in the last year and a half, 2 years. But up till then, a lot of my work was just word of mouth and people just reaching me. And the only difference was that I got clear on who I was here to serve. I remembered my contract. So I hope that's useful, Sane. I have 5 minutes left. I said that already, but I'm hitting the wire here. So Deborah came in with a beautiful question, and it was around balance. So I've been really feeling lately, take it easy and care for myself, experience a deep transformation. My body is screaming, feeling that my body is screaming for relaxation and pampering. And right now I have a lot of demands at home. And she does a lot of pampering on a consistent basis. I've been seeing that when I honor myself, when I take the time for me and don't push issues of business, clients and opportunities come to me, and I'm easily able to cover my fixed expenses. When do I initiate? When I do initiate courses, people don't sign up. Have you experienced this? Okay, so there's a lot more in that question. But what I would like to say is, so there's a few pieces. It's such a juicy thing. I watched a beautiful video, and if I find it, I will post it. Can't remember the girl's name. But she went around with a video camera and stopped guys with kids on the street and said to them, how are you managing work-life balance? And they looked at her with this foggy, glazed, did not understand the question. And it's a question that only women, traditionally women, are usually asked. How are you managing work-life balance? Men are not traditionally asked that question. And even though, you know, for a long time, even my husband was at home, minding our kids. Nobody said to him, how are you minding work-life balance? They said to him, when are you getting a job? Have you got a job yet? So there's different pressures and different responsibilities for men, and different questions and expectations for men and for women. And, you know, that's society, that's, you know, what we buy into. But, and awareness is the first stage of maybe changing that or looking at it in new eyes. So that's the first thing, is I would look at that word of balance. Where is that coming from? Is that, you know, what you think is necessary? You need to find balance, the work-life balance. And if you were a guy, would you be asking a different question? I know you have a big family and you're responsible for a few young children and adults. And I know that your business is incredible and that your main tool is essences, flower essences. And I love your work and I love your energy, Deborah. So there's a few things in this. If you are tired and exhausted, you will repel clients. You will repel them. And the clients that you do attract will be tired and exhausted and cranky and draining and the wrong clients. So it's something worth really, really considering, that when I look after myself, I get more clients. So it completely makes sense. When I am having fun, I get more clients. When I take time out to go for a walk, to do yoga, to watch a movie, to have some time out I get more clients. The difference, and this is a big difference, is that I have packages and programs that I've put the work in already to create them. The Abundant Heart takes you through that. The Wealthy Lightworker will take you through that. Creating your first program or package, stepping off the hamster wheel for an hour a week to create your first package, or taking 1 week off, take it as a holiday, go and create your first package, keeping in mind your transformation that you're here to provide, the group of people that you're here to work with. Create an amazing package for them. You could literally do it in a week and have that up on your website or up available somewhere for people to access. And it's very easy. It's very easy and very reasonable to put up a program or course online and get started. And then you can start to build on that and have 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways for clients to buy from you to get your services. However, you don't have to be in the services, so that you can create a home study program. Like the more expensive my programs are, the more time I spend in them. So a 97 product will be completely home study. I won't be in it at all. So it will be up there online. People can access it, but it's no energy for me after the initial energy of creating it. So the difference between when I take time out is that I have a plethora, I have a variety of programs and packages there and funnels set up and online and available that people can buy, and that people can access my work, and that it's not going to take energy. So it's just something I want you to really, really think about, especially if you are consistently only seeing clients one-to-one and in person. It's definitely time to consider adding in another aspect into your business, another way, whether that's an online program or some sort of product that can get people, that you can serve people without you physically having to be there. The Abundant Heart, it takes you through that step by step. The Abundant Heart is a bonus with the Wealthy Lightworkers. So that is it. I would love to hear your comments, hear your questions, anything else that you have for me today, and I will come in and I will answer that after this live stream. I'm going to run and collect my little girl. Thank you so much for all of your support, for staying throughout this live stream. I really hope that I served you. And if you are ready, the Wealthy Lightworkers Programme is there. It's enrolling now until Sunday night, midnight. If you are ready to step into that and you would like to spend a full year with me, coaching, content, Karen is already in there. Helen is already in there. People that are on the call, Alessandro is already in there. So if you're ready and you know, and it's not a knowing, you know, we might hear that, how am I going to afford it? How am I going to make this work? Have I got enough time? It's more of a just dropping down into yourself and figuring out, do I want to work with Aishling? Do I know that on a soul level that we're contracted, that she can help me? And if I could, would I like to jump into this program? Is it a yes? Is it a yes? And that's really the only question that you need to ask yourself to start with. Is it a yes? Would the Wealthy Lightworkers serve you on the next level in your business? Would that support and that community and that program and that coaching serve you to take your business to another level? And if it does, reach out, book your place, ask me a question, whatever's on your mind, and we can bring you into that space. And we start on Monday, finally. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed this call, and all my love, and have an amazing rest of the day.